This ESPN 97.5 and ESPN 97.5.com podcast is presented by Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens.
And on that note, let's turn things over to producer Mike for a little thing he calls Hot Routes.
Hot route! Red 7, red 7, red 7! John!
What?
Red 7!
I don't know what red 7 means.
Hot route!
I don't. What is hot route?
Will you just go stand on the other side, please?
All right, seriously, we're not taking this thing off the rails today, but I do want this picks thing to happen. So, Dominique Sasha, Teresa Rockface, Cheetah Johnson, Jennifer Reyna, we want you to do weekly football picks for this show.
Okay, but you've got to get everybody. We've got Dominique Sasha's Channel 2.
Yeah.
Cheetah Johnson is Channel 11. Jennifer Reyna's Channel 2.
Then you got a radio chick.
You got to pick. If you had to pick between Jennifer Reyna and Dominique Sasha,
hell,
who you picking?
We'll get Rula.
No, I asked you a question.
Oh.
Who you picking?
Between who?
Jennifer Reyna and Dominique Sasha.
Are they both on Channel 2?
Yes. Who you picking?
Dominique follows us.
You're damn right. That's who I'm talking about. High five. Yes.
It's the first time I've high-fived anyone over the age of 9, I think, ever.
And it was the whitest high five in radio history,
your
too.
Your hand was so...
It was
like when
clammy?
Ugh. Yeah, it was, dude.
Well... You kind of have.
You're
that
like one of those guys
on
who claps with your fingers all stiff, and you're like,
I do. I like a good palm.
That was
five.
the biggest patty cake fail ever.
I'm telling you, dude, that was
pretty
lame.
sweet high five.
Never,
you know, it's a white high five when you hear a thud.
Never
when there's no
attempt
clap.
to.
It's a thud.
No, it's white
like
when
bone hitting.
No, it's white when you hear nothing because you've missed.
No, that's usually just like palm to palm thud is a white high five. That's what.
By
that
the
was.
way. It is 85.1 degrees here in the studio.
Is that why I'm going crazy?
Yeah, we're going to start hanging meat in here again. We can start curing ham. Michael, good morning.
Good morning.
Do some hot routage, bud.
Okay, I will. Question 1, is Arian Foster not cooperating with the media due to the whole media thing that happened this summer? The media showing up in front of his house, all that stuff. Do you think that's the reason why he's not cooperating with the media so far?
I think that's most of it. I think there's probably some directives from internally, from Lebischak about hey, listen, we don't, we do the bare minimum that's required by the NFL, and then we don't need to do any more. So I think that's part of it. I think that's a culture thing that they kind of carried over from Belichick. So I could see that being kind of a directive that all the players have been given. But I do think that the majority of it is his hatred for the media. From the visit, yes.
You might be onto something there because other than J.J. Watt, who's everywhere, dude loves him.
He's got a whole PR thing that he's got to keep going.
But when have you ever heard, other than the 2020 thing, however many 20s there were last year, he doesn't say anything controversial. None of these guys really do. What's the last quote? I mean, other than Andre, when's the last guy you remember on the Texans like making quoting anything? I'm sure someone has a recording of Randy Bullock ordering at Whataburger. Other than that, there's nothing. And the whole thing about the baby mama and all that stuff, I'm sure, and his injuries and people talking smack about Arian. Yeah, you're right. It is. Mostly.
No doubt.
Okay. Question 2. Who will start more games this season? Blake Bortles or Johnny Manziel?
I think Bortles is
Good
going to
question.
force them to play him in this preseason. And the fact that they started him, believe they started him in game 2. Am I right? Can I finish? I think he's going to force their hand in Jacksonville. They want him to sit, but when you're that bad, why wait? I think Hoyer will be good enough that he's going to at least buy himself some time.
Yeah, I think I agree with your answer. I think Bortles will be the one that starts more games, but for a different reason. I think Manziel's stupidity, his inability to probably pick up the offense as quickly as he needs to, and he keeps making dumb rookie mistakes, showing up late. He's going to be still partying. I think that's what's going to keep him out of more games in the beginning, and that's probably why he'll lose the starting game challenge. I don't know what that was. That was weird.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
All right.
Bonus question. Was it a big deal about him showing up late to a team meeting this week? Was
to
it a
the
big
media,
deal?
it is. I think overall.
Yeah, overall
No.
to the team.
I think to the administration.
Name the other people that he showed up with.
I mean, maybe people.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe people, and maybe someone in there knew he was going to be late. Maybe he called ahead, but
Well, it was. I think from what I understand, like 3 or 4 rookies looked at the schedule and read it wrong and showed up late.
how convenient.
So name the other rookies, and that's the point. It's like no one knows because
Was Terrence West one of them?
Just because it was
Do we
Johnny
know?
Manziel, it kind of is going to get blown out of proportion, obviously.
Former Towson Tiger superstar running back Terrence West. Was he among the late ones? Hey,
Yeah.
he's going to
Are
be
we
better
really
fantasy
talking-
value than Johnny Manziel this year, I guarantee you.
Oh,
Wow.
write that down.
Yeah, write that down. Terrence Westfield.
So,
By the
that's
way,
your number one
I
pick?
forgot.
So you're going to draft him first round?
No, of course
no,
not.
you have to now.
I would draft him.
You're
I wouldn't
welcome.
draft Johnny at all.
What?
Why would you draft Johnny Manziel
In the last round?
at all?
You wouldn't take him?
No,
You're dumb.
because odds are I have two good
You're
quarterbacks already.
Dumb.
I'm not
You
waiting
wouldn't-
till the last round to
you're-
take a quarterback of any kind.
You are dumb if Johnny Manziel is on the.
You only need two. If you're
If
in a one
Johnny
quarterback
Manziel-
league,
hold on. Hold
wait
on.
a second. First of all,
Your hot routes just got
first of
derailed,
all,
Michael Carrell.
first of all, we,
All right.
we forgot to do this.
What?
We're going to tweet out after this segment about our fantasy league. We need 4 more guys to or ladies to sign up. So we'll put that tweet out, retweet it, first 4 get in. After that, Sigmund
And then
Bloom.
they can be in a draft with you
yeah,
being stupid.
I keep mentioning.
So in the last
round.
round of a fantasy draft, when everyone's tired and no one cares, and you're drafting kickers or you're
Right.
drafting backup running backs, Johnny Manziel's on the board.
Yeah.
You're the last pick.
Sure.
You don't take him. No one else did. No one else is drafting. You're the
You're
very
making
last
all
pick.
kind of assumptions
You don't take him.
about the team I already have.
You're dumb.
Odds are I'm waiting to take a kicker to the last round. I'm not John Westling with 6 kickers on my team.
Did Westling do that one?
I think he had 4. I think he had 4 one year.
Great strategy, Westling.
He's out on a
You know what?
he's on a cruise somewhere in the
I'm gonna outkick all of y'all.
Yeah.
How many slots? What?
Yeah.
Crap.
What? Oh, no team defense.
Kicker.
No tight end. What? This is communism. But
That's hilarious.
I mean, depending on, let's just say you have Peyton Manning already, and your backup is, I don't know, anyone. Matt Stafford. Are you taking a third
that's not gonna
quarterback?
happen. You're not getting Matt Stafford and Peyton Manning.
You could. I don't think anyone's really taking quarterbacks till at least second or third round this year anyway. You can get 2 good
I'm taking
quarterbacks.
Johnny Manziel.
You do that. Where'd you come in last year in the station league?
I didn't play in the station.
All right
league.
then.
Oh yeah, you really showed me.
Yeah.
Where'd you finish in a league you didn't play in? In your face.
Who won the station league last year? This guy. That's right. Jerome Solomon. Eat that. I beat him in the championship, I'm pretty sure. So, Michael, I'm really trying to stay on the rails here,
I
brother.
can't wait to
Go
see
ahead.
the video of this.
Oh, I can. Go ahead.
Question 3. Rob Manfred was voted the new commissioner of Major League Baseball. What should Rob's first act be as new commish?
Kind of covered this one, didn't we?
Kind of did, but
No,
whatever.
I don't think we
little
did.
bit. Yeah, we did.
Just
Did
a
we?
tad.
We did a little bit.
Well, obviously the first thing is speed the game up. I'd like to see him drop the DH. That's something that we don't talk about. It's a touchy subject with a lot of folks.
Why? Oh, I would like to see them add the DH to
No,
the National League.
I don't.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't. Having the DH.
I liked your shot clock idea too.
having
Can
a
we get a
designated
pitch
hitter
clock?
gives them free reign to make
hit
as many. Yeah, you could to take make as many pitching changes as you need without having to worry about double switches. When you have a DH, it doesn't matter. If in the NL where the pitcher hits, you have to think about that.
Which slows down the game too. All these
What,
changes.
thinking about it? Yeah,
all these
they make more
changes
changes
and-
in the American League though.
Huh?
The DH has outlived its usefulness. You don't have all those old dudes other than Poppy who are holding on for the DH, like Hal McRae, Ken Griffey Sr. All those dudes are gone.
You also get higher scoring games, which baseball needs
Which
help
makes
with
the game
from the excitement
longer.
standpoint. Yeah, but it's from the excitement standpoint. A 5-4
We
game.
don't need those fans who require,
Oh my God.
we
don't need those fans
who
with their
require
money
6 home. If you can't
making our
appreciate
sport better.
a 1-0 shutout,
Then you get the hell out of my America.
You know what?
Don't
go
bring
watch
that over here.
exhibition basketball. Go watch
And
Derrick
tweet about
Rose
it.
and his 7 points, and go tweet about that.
No.
All
Hey
right.
man, what else you got, Mike?
Question 4.
Basketball.
All right.
Basketball.
I hope this is a basketball question.
I hope
Sadly,
so.
no. I wish it was. Question 4. OU 5-star recruit Joe Mixon allegedly punched a woman in the face at a Norman, Oklahoma restaurant and walked away. She broke like 4 bones in her face and was all caught on video. If you're Bob Stoops, what do you do with Mixon? They've already held him out of team activities, whatever that means.
Is there? Yeah, I kind of brushed over that on Twitter. There's no game suspension that they've named or anything
Not
like that.
that I've read up as of
Is
yet.
it still under investigation? I'm assuming
I
they're still
assume,
looking
yeah,
into
I
it. So
assume so.
yeah, I think you have to wait. I think there's that whole due process thing that
It was
gets in the
allegedly
way.
caught on video, though. So
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good point. I think if you see the video, because what was it?
I think you hold the kid out until the investigation is done, and then when he's found guilty, you bounce
But like
him.
you're saying, there's video. You can see the video of him punching the woman.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're right. If there's video and I see it, I don't need somebody to say, oh, well, let us do the investigation first. I have the proof. The kid punched a woman. You're gone.
Here I am thinking Here I am treating them like the NFL where they have a union.
Yeah. You're gone.
Bounce them.
There's a video. You punched
exactly
a girl.
right.
Bye.
You don't need
I
to wait.
Care what
you don't
other
need to
investigation
wait.
there
Bounce
is.
them. See ya.
Yep.
Haven't even started your
Send
college
a message.
career yet.
Yep.
Haven't even started your career yet. You're some 18-year-old snot-nosed
No
kid.
room for that.
Idiot. Moving on.
Question 5.
Stay in the course.
Question 5 we kind of touched on a little bit.
Shocking.
I know, shockingly. What is your favorite Robin Williams movie, or I guess moment, or comedy bit, or whatever? What's your favorite Robin Williams moment?
I'll let you go first.
No, please, after you.
All right.
I expanded upon
Two
it
things.
Okay.
I have of 1 and a 1A. There's a movie that's not nearly as big as the other ones he made. It's called What Dreams May Come. It was with Max von Sydow, Cuba Gooding Jr., I think, was in it. Annabelle Shior was his wife. It's a life and death kind of thing where he goes to heaven, and it's a fantastic movie. There's a scene that's been making the rounds on social media where he actually dies, goes to heaven, and his dog meets him there. And he thinks he went to dog heaven, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen. The other one, and I know this has gotten tons of views this week, he has the only ever 2-hour episode of Inside the Actors Studio, which is a show on Bravo with James Lipton. Will Ferrell does a great riff on this. There is a segment in this where someone asks him, I think it was either Lipton or someone in the audience asked him how his mind works, where the speed comes from, and he just extemporaneously borrows a scarf from a woman in the front row and goes on the 6 or 7 minute riff where it's literally like watching Aladdin changing characters, boom, 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 boom. And that and that movie are my two favorite.
Did he actually go into detail though about how like he trained himself to be? He couldn't
because that was basically
gift.
That was basically his point. Is after he goes to the thing with the scarf, he sits down and says, "I hope that answers your question. That's about all I can do."
That's awesome.
Good Morning Vietnam, probably. Second.
Yeah, I mean, I liked Good Morning Vietnam. I liked Mrs. Doubtfire, but I think for me, my favorite Robin Williams movie was Dead Poet Society. And it's not even a funny movie necessarily, but it was a really good and inspirational movie. That was my favorite.
I've always felt,
and I grew up on Mork and Mindy, so I really enjoyed that too.
I always thought The Fisher King was vastly underrated.
Yeah,
that's a fantastic movie.
Yep.
Just see all the tributes at the Mork and Mindy house, and I don't know if it's actually in Boulder. That house still lives, where they always do the exterior shot. People placing balloons and teddy bears in front of. Yeah, very cool. So, by the way, Sigmund Bloom's
Good Will
doing,
Hunting was another
football.
one that doesn't get a lot of mention, but probably should.
The one he won the Oscar for.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah. By the way, Sigmund Bloom is going to do fantasy football with us this year. Guess I didn't tell you. So that's a good thing.
One more thing I want to add real quick. You're dumb.